Hi, and welcome to Cooking with Mummy and Ori.
And Everest and Ryder.
And Everest and Ryder. So today we are going to be doing a little stir fry. So we're using some chicken breast fillets. So chicken breast fillets. Obviously, if you're vegetarian, you could go for a meat-free option. Or a meat substitute product. You could also, you don't have to use chicken, you could use turkey, you could use beef, whatever you fancy really. So I'm just going to chop the chicken up. I'm using some scissors. You can use a knife, whatever you want. But I would say that this bit is really the job for the grown-up, or if you are a pup and rider, then probably this is a job for the pup. Of course, that all depends if you and your child play it differently. It may be that when you play it with your child, you're rider and your child is the pup. So what I'm basically saying is chopping up the chicken is the job for the grown-up, really.
The pup.
Yeah. Unless, obviously, your child is older and they're good with kitchen scissors. But either way, you would make sure that you are supervising your child.
I need my sunglasses.
Okay. So, it's also quite messy, like the chicken is a bit slimy. So we're going to just swap over now because Ryder wants to cut some of the chicken. So let's just move that out of the way.
And they're my cutting sons.
Yeah, you don't want to have sunglasses on when you're using scissors. So these are big scissors. So first of all, wait till I'm ready. Okay.
Be careful not to cut yourself.
And I'm going to hold my hand out of the way, and then you can
Let me do something.
You sure? So these are quite hard to use, these scissors, aren't they? Because these are big scissors. Okay, just making sure that my fingers are not behind where the chicken is. So it's not that easy, is it? But I make it look really easy. Because my hands are bigger, that's why. And these scissors are very, very sharp because these are my kitchen scissors for cutting through meat. So I'm using 2 chicken breast fillets, which, to be perfectly honest, is enough if I was making this for 2 grown-ups and a littlie. There's only me and the littlie, but I'm going to make some extra so that I can take it with me tomorrow for my immunotherapy appointment, and that will be my lunch.
I'm also mixing it together.
You're mixing it up? Okay.
With my hands, because I'm going to get my hands very messy in this video.
Okay.
Like you.
Lovely. So, I am going to be cooking this using coconut oil. Giving that a go. So, and we will be using a wok. You can just use a regular frying pan, but I like to use a wok because it's got bigger sides, so it makes it easier. So I've not really used coconut oil before, so I've taken out about that much. I'm sure that is sufficient for...
What's coconut oil?
Well, it's basically, instead of using vegetable oil to cook our chicken in. Okay, so I'm going to turn the gas on now. Ori and I, we have a gas cooker, so we're cooking with gas.
Can you get some?
Careful, because no, don't touch it. Cause
It wasn't
it's only just gone in, so it shouldn't be hot yet. Okay, and I'm going to be using a wooden thing for doing in the pan, because the wok pan, if you use a metal thing, obviously that would scratch it, so you shouldn't use metal implements in a metal pan. But I have got plastic ones, but I'm just going to use a wooden one today just because I fancy it. So the coconut oil is melting away quite nicely. I'll just show you that. There we go, that's melting in quite nicely there. So I did actually install, I use a, oh, you can see that's getting very steamy now.
I'm still mixing that in.
Right, let's turn that down a bit. Oh, it smells really coconutty. So, do you smell that coconut?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we're going to let the chicken go in. Right, can you do that so that gets nice, and what we're looking to do is seal the meat so that every side of it there's no pink left, it goes white.
It's going right.
Every side, every bit.
Every side is going.
Now what I'm doing in the background here is
What day is it?
it's Thursday still. My chicken packet, I've only used 2 breasts. I put the rest in a bag into the freezer, but I rinsed out the packet because you should always rinse out your food containers before they go in the bin. It stops the food waste smelling as bad, or the bins smelling as bad, and if you get toxins in your area, you'll know that you don't want your bin stinking of meat or meat juice, because the foxes love it.
And they'll be coming in here smelling our bin.
They'll be smelling our bin, and they'll be ripping it and getting it all over the place. So, done the chicken. I'm just going to rinse off this plate that has the chicken on it. And then I can use that for other stuff that's going to go in. So we're going to also be doing noodles. We're using medium egg noodles.
And mess all this up.
Add the noodles to a saucepan with boiling water. So that's, oh, we've got a bit of escaped chicken.
Did that hurt?
No. Keep your pan on the hob like that. And then just keep moving. Just keep moving it gently. You don't have to do it too much. Just gently, gently keep doing it, okay?
If that wasn't carefully flipping it over.
You don't need to flip it over. Just gently, gently move it.
Gently. Gently and eat.
And you can't eat it yet. Keep doing your chicken.
Oh, no, it's your chicken.
Well, technically it's our chicken. Right, do you want to use Japanese 7 spice or Thai 5 spice?
Japanese.
Japanese 7 spice. So, chef says Japanese 7 spice. So that's what we're using here. This is from Schwartz. Just going to sprinkle some of that in. Oh. Okay, we haven't used this for a while, so it's gone a bit solid in the bottom there. I'm using the other side of the knife just to... What happens if you haven't used your... Just gonna get that in there and give that a mix.
What's coconut?
Coconut, I was going to say it's a fruit. It's not a fruit. It's a massive nut, and they grow on trees, and they grow on palm trees, and they hang in bunches, big nuts, and then people crack them open and eat the insides. Okay, so is that enough spice? Do you think?
Yeah.
Okay, I think a little bit more. Oh, Loads went in now. Let's hope we like it. So the chicken is pretty much done. I'm really, really bad at knowing when to put stuff on, how long things take. I'm not very good with timing. So my chicken, I'm going to move that off the gas now. I'm going to turn that one off. I'm going to move that up the back. And then I've got a pan of water here. That's on the other back hob. Which I've now turned the gas on to that to boil that water because we'll need that for our noodles. So what we're doing now is we're going to peel some mushrooms. Don't eat that bit, that's the bottom bit. So I'm just going to peel these mushrooms because we're going to put those into our stir
And baby
fry.
Sky sometimes gets the mushroom bottom.
Does she?
When I am looking and I am at work.
When you're at work. What is it that you do again for a job, Ryder?
Boilers.
Boilers? You do boilers?
Yeah, also boilers.
Also boilers. But what's your main job? Because that's fairly new, isn't it, that you've become a boiler engineer?
Yes, I do boilers and cars.
And cars. What about saving the day? I thought you saved the day.
That's all my 3 things.
That's the things you do, is it?
And
Okay.
that's when baby Sky
Yeah.
gets the mushroom bottom.
See. Hey, baby Sky, get out of there. So what I'm going to do now is, because I don't want my chicken to be overdone, I'm just sticking that right in front of the camera so you can't see what I'm doing. I'm just tipping the chicken into a bowl. Okay, and we're going to put that to one side. Put that over there. Okay, so what I'm going to do next is that means that I've got
Baby
space.
Sky can't be in the video because she is crying now.
She's crying now. Why is she crying?
I burnt my hand.
Oh,
But I
baby
put
Sky.
it over the pan.
Baby Sky, you have to be really careful when you're working with hot pans. Although to be fair, Ryder should have been keeping a closer eye on her, in my opinion.
And I got her, and she is trying to stop.
Anyway, so I'm going to cut up these mushrooms and I'm going to put them into the pan as well that I've now moved the chicken out of, because I will be cooking up my mushrooms.
And I've been to the shops to buy a donut
What have you bought a donut for?
to put in here.
Oh. I mean, I personally would not
These are something
recommend...
to eat for I don't know. But I'm so excited that I didn't want to eat it now. Oh!
I personally would not recommend that you put a donut into your stir fry. I don't think that is a particularly good choice there, but you know, each to their own. So I've gone for
Widely.
what about, how many mushrooms have we done so far?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
No, that's pieces of mushroom. I meant how many whole mushrooms have I done? Don't
1,
know.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
No, I think I've done about 3. I think this is number 4. Okay, so they're all our mushrooms in. If you're like good at stuff like this, then you'd probably be doing all fresh veg. So I'm putting the mushrooms in, that's fresh. I'm going to do another one for good measure. Mainly also because I'm really, really bad with mushrooms. What happens is I will buy mushrooms, because I do actually really like mushrooms, but I don't really like cooking. So I'll buy loads of healthy stuff. At the moment, we went shopping earlier, and you know, we've come back and the fridge is chock full of, it looks really good, salad stuff, fruit, veg. It looks fantastic. And then it'll go manky because I am so bad at actually cooking and eating food fresh, and I lose track of time and I don't know when it's going out of date and stuff like that. So but you know, that's why I'm trying to do something today. I normally do this when I've had when I've been shopping. I normally do something reasonable on that particular day, unless of course I get back too late and I'm too tired. I'm also going to be putting some whole chestnuts into my stir fry. So I'm just going to chop them up a little bit as well, and they'll go in. Right, just checking on my water, so that's not quite boiling yet. I think the lesson to be learned here is that, number one, it's more efficient to boil the water in the kettle and then put it into the pan, which I do know, so I don't know why I didn't do that. And number two, if you're not going to do that, if you're going to boil the water on the hob, then you should probably start that before you fry your chicken or any of the other materials that you might be putting into your stir fry. So, chicken and, mushrooms and chestnuts, they're in there now. So I'm going to put the gas back on for those. Put my unused mushrooms away in the fridge. I've also got some sugar snap peas. Gonna chuck some of them in as well. Okay, so that pan's quite dry, so I'm going to get some more of my coconut oil in there. So I just chopped them up using my favourite knife. I've had this knife for a long time.
That's why I now have 5 leaves gloves because my hands are getting a bit burned.
Okay. So you're going to wear wool gloves. Okay, great. Anyway, so that is now looking quite nice. We've got a good mix of colours in there now. We've got the dark brown of the chestnuts. We've got the green of the sugar snap peas, and we've got the white and light brown of the mushroom. So you're going to keep doing those, please. Okay, so now I'm going to get the noodles. And how many
It's very
noodles
easy
per
for me
person?
to do it now.
Oh, excellent.
There's no chicken in here.
Blah, blah, blah. Add the noodles. Yeah, but I want to know how much. Per 100 grams per serving, which is 191 grams. Really? When I say per serving... Anyway, these only take 4 minutes. You don't want to put them in till the end. Get my trusty scissors out again to open the packet. Right, if you're super hygienic, you probably have different scissors for different things, or if you are in like a household that has, like, you know, you keep kosher rules or whatever, you probably use everything different. Okay. So, it's half a nest going in there, and I think it's supposed to be like 1 nest per adult. So I'm going to put a nest and a half.
For me?
No.
For you? Can I eat them bit?
No, because they're not cooked.
Can I eat a bit?
No, because it's not cooked. No, because it's not cooked. Right, I'm basically putting in 2 nests And you get 3 nests in a packet, which I don't know if that's supposed to be for 4 people or what, but anyway, I've put them in.
I can't even touch the pan with my gloves on.
Don't touch the pan with the gloves on, just in case you realise that actually it's not as good as you thought. So, I put that nest away now in the cupboard.
It didn't burn my hand.
Well, just in case, I'd rather you didn't, because
And I didn't hear the gloves say out.
I'm sure the gloves were not going to say, what happened to your donut?
There's 8 in it.
So it's now got a bite mark in it. This is another reason why I don't like plastic toys. Anyway, and then I've also got some other stir fry veg stuff to go in here as well. So I'm going to add that to the stir fry pan now. Now this has got some carrots in it and some cauliflower and some more of the, it's got some peas in it as well. And it's some mushrooms as well. So yeah, we're going to use that just to bulk out a little bit. But obviously, if you're good at cooking and you don't waste stuff and you like to have fresh,
I can do all the stuff you're ordering. You can tell me all the stuff that you need to do and I can do it.
okay, so tell
And
them,
you can do it.
tell the audience that frozen vegetables are just as good as fresh vegetables.
Just as good as fresh vegetables.
Because freezing the veg
Freezing the veg
keeps all the nutrients in it.
all the nutrients in it.
So that's better for people
So that's better.
if they're not very good
For
at
people.
buying stuff fresh and chopping it all up.
I can say it properly.
Never mind.
So I just went, cause
I know. That's also particularly useful if you live on your own and, you know, a bag of frozen veg is a lot cheaper and more convenient than buying all the veg fresh, prepping it all and it going to waste. So,
It's not a bite mark.
of course, the big problem is that if
It's
you
not
are...
a bite mark. It's because these bits are around it.
Oh, right, is it? If you obviously are renting and you're living in shared accommodation, so you've only got like your own room and then it's a shared kitchen, it is problematic because you don't have a lot of freezer space.
Let's
So-
go and buy some stuff.
I would say that if you get on with other members of your household, it would be good to do like a weekly stir fry where you all sort of eat together, but I know that doesn't really happen in most shared households where you're all, you know, if you don't know each other. Different if you are renting with a group of friends, but yeah, if you're renting in a sort of house of multiple occupancy, you are going to struggle. And that's one of the problems with when, you know, the cost of living crisis and MPs talking about how you can make meals for under £1 and blah blah blah. Well, yeah, but you need space to store food that you're cooking. It's not as simple as, okay, maybe I do earn enough to be able to buy these things, but I don't have anywhere to store them if I batch cook. So it's really, really a lot more complex. So I'm going to put the chicken back in now just to warm that up. And the noodles are pretty much done. They only take 4 minutes to cook, so that's all good. And that's your stir fry done. One other thing that I am actually going to chuck in here at the end, yeah, I'm going to cook some prawns. Now I'm going to do those in the noodle pan. So my noodles are done. take my noodles out. Just gonna strain my noodles. Now I'm going to strain my noodles over this little pan because I need to get some of the water for doing the, what do you call it? It's the prawns. I'm going to take our noodles now. What I really need is one of them, like one like this, but the ones that have like teeth on them to get the noodles out. I don't think I've got one of those, or have I? So what I'm going to use instead is this, which I don't know if that's like a salad thing, but it works quite well for getting noodles out. So let's just get some noodles out from Madam. And obviously you'll be aware of this, but if you've got children, you always get theirs on the plate first so that it can be cooling down. So that's Madam's. And then mine. Sometimes when I'm cooking the noodles, I will also, just to give the noodles a bit of flavour, put a chicken stock cube in with the noodles, or even a vegetable stock cube. And that just gives them a bit of flavour. I haven't done that today because we put spice in with our chicken and everything, so that'll be all good. So let's see how my prawns are doing. They're probably done now because they're already cooked, so they only needed really to be heated up. Right, now I can use that. Okay, so chicken is a good source of protein. But obviously if you are a vegetarian or you're a pescatarian, you could, I mean, I'm sure you can do stir fries with fish, no? You could also use cheese, like paneer. Your wok care. Make sure that when you wash this up, I'm going to put it in soak now, but when you wash it up, you want to dry it straight away. So I will wash it and then I'll dry it up with a little bit of kitchen roll.
The pasta's cooled down already.
It's noodles. And then what I will do is I will then just rub around the inside of my wok with oil, and that keeps your wok from going kind of rusty and disgusting. Okay. One, two. You know that's my food that you're eating there, right?
Yeah, I know that. But I'm making the noodles.
You've got your own noodles on your own plate.
The noodles taste so yummy.
Let's just show you this. That's the finished stir fry. So that's your chicken and prawn and veg stir fry, which we're now going to eat. So thanks very much for watching. And
I am eating my food.
Have a lovely rest of your day.